Spring Boot, it is a Java framework. Why it's so popular? Because of its good features. Then what are the features in Spring Boot? First feature, you can simply say there is available in inbuilt tomcat server. Second, like we don't require any XML configuration. No XML configuration like Spring MVC servlet application, right? Coming to third number feature, like there is available Devtool dependency. It will help us to live reload the application. And fourth number, you can simply say like within a minute we are able to create production ready application. You can simply say within a minute production ready application will be available. And finally, it will be impact on development. Development goes very faster. You can simply consider, right? There are such a 5 features available in Spring Boot. Like first one is inbuilt Tomcat server. We don't require the external Tomcat server there. We don't require any XML configuration. We have Devtool dependency available. If you are doing any single change, it will help us to live load the application, right? Without restart the Tomcat server. Then within a minute, we are able to create production ready application and development goes very faster. And why we are revising the session? Because here today's session we are going to use IntelliJ idea for as a code editor, you can simply say. Perfect. You can go ahead and download the IntelliJ idea and go ahead with the installation part. Fine. Then simply click on here. Then it will allow you to download the IntelliJ. Then here we are using open source. That's why you can simply go down and there is available option here. You can simply consider we have option available here, community edition. Okay. Don't use the ultimate edition. Please go ahead with the community edition. Community, it means you can simply consider this is the open source. Perfect. And then you can click on download. See, here is available download, right? Once you download, it will download the exe file. Correct. And once it downloaded, double click next, go ahead with the finish. Then here, once it downloaded successfully, once you install it successfully, the next step, you are going to create the Spring Boot application. How? Simply type here google.com and type here Spring Initializer. See, by using Spring Initializer, we are going to create the Spring Boot application. One more time, this URL also I am sharing here. This is Spring Initializer URL. You can simply say start.spring.io. This is the official application. Then the project, we are selecting Maven. The language, we are using Java. The Spring Boot latest version, we are using here 3.4.3. This is the very latest version we are using. Project metadata, it means you can simply say information about our project. And all the projects, we are working with the Spring Boot here. Then group, you can simply say this is our base packages com.vdi will say. And the artifact, it means our application name. Then here, which type of application you are going to create, right? Then here, first I will create the Hello World API, and the second application I will create the somehow HRM application, we can say. Then here I am creating the application as Spring Boot. You can simply say base example. Fine. Then refactor the base package here, and then simply click on package, and the Java version as 17. Now we'll use add dependencies. We have available Devtool dependency for live reload the application. Next, we have Lombok if you want to reduce the boilerplate code. But anyway, this is the very basic option. That's why I'm not selecting the Lombok dependency. I will simply choose here Spring Wave. Then once you are selecting those dependency here, Devtool for live reload, Spring Wave, it means itself available inbuilt Tomcat server. It will help us to create the REST API as well. Then simply click on generate. See, within a minute, production ready application will be available. This is the great feature under Spring Boot, right? Then simply copy this example, and for your batch, I already created the folder name as intern. Simply right click here and go ahead with the extraction. You can simply right click here, go ahead with the extract. And once the folder is extracted successfully here, right? Then copy the path of our application. See, simply here the path of our application. And then coming to IntelliJ idea here. Simply goes to file. Then we have option available there, file, new, project from existing sources. See, it's taking some time, no worries. See, once you open the IntelliJ idea, you can simply go to file, then new, then next option is project from existing sources. File, new, project from existing sources. Then simply select it and simply give the path of our application, whatever we copied. Okay, like this is the location we have added our application here, right? And itself available formed the XML file. Now simply click on OK. Then you can simply select this is the Maven project. Click on create trust project with new window. I don't want to open in same window. I'm just going to click on new window. It will open in another window actually, right? See, here is our Spring Boot application. This is the Spring Boot base application, right? And this side, left hand side, you will be able to see the Maven icon. Maven, it means this is the, you can simply say Spring Boot Maven project you can simply consider. There are two types of projects we are able to create. One is Maven and the second one is Gradle project. If you want to check, I will show you here. See, here is option available for you. Either you can simply select the Maven, otherwise Gradle project. See, here is it. Project type is Maven project we have selected. Perfect. Now again coming back to our IntelliJ. See, project is reloaded successfully here, right? Now we'll come up with src. There is option available main, then java com.vdi. I want to create here package, new package I am giving, the package name I am giving here as a controller package, and within controller package I am creating new java class, the java class name as application controller. You can give any class name, you have freedom to give the class name, right? Yeah. Once you create the application controller here, first thing we'll start to build our application. mun clean space install. What it does internally, mun clean it means it will delete the existing jar file, var file, and by using mun install, it will create the fresh jar file, a var file, whatever you are expecting. And the file, it will go to create under which folder? Target folder. Now it will go ahead by default, jar file it will go to create. How? Because here packaging as we have selected as a jar file. If you want to create the var file, you can simply select the var file as well. Then again we'll come back to here. The build is, it goes to success. For that we need to wait at least 1 or 2 minutes. And once build is success, then we'll go ahead with the working on application development part. Perfect. Here build is success. And once build is success, you can simply come up with the target folder. See, there is available jar file. And if you want to change the jar file name, right? Simply come up with the pom.xml file. And here you will get the option. There is build tag available. Inside build tag, you can simply say this will be final name. And the final name I'm giving here, this is VDI. It will create the VDI.jar file. Again, come up with the Maven, do clean space install. Which jar file we are expecting? Now we are expecting the jar file name as a VDI.jar file. Under which folder? Under target folder. Okay. Again, we'll wait to see the build success message. See, here is it. Our build is success. I hope you are able to see the message I just highlighted here. Build success message. And once build success, within seconds you are able to see vdi.jar file. Correct? See, here is vdi.jar file. If you want to open this vdi.jar file, simply right click and there is option available. You can simply say open in, right? Then open in Explorer, you can simply say. It will go to open in Explorer and there will be available vdi.jar file. I hope you are able to see. Then how to create the jar file? By using pom.xml maven clean space install, you will be able to create the jar file there by using mun install. Okay. Perfect. Now coming to next is whatever we have created application controller.java. There we are going to create the REST API. For that perspective, I am adding here. This will be REST controller. You can say this is the annotation itself available at the response body. See on screen. Itself available at the response body. Where controller does not have response body actually. Okay. Next, we are using at the request mapping. This is the base URI we are giving here /. Now coming inside that, I am writing here. This will be the get mapping and adding here API as public. This will be string. You can simply say hello. Now simply to return. And we are just going to pass here welcome to VDI Pune. Next API, I am just going to add here VDI services. See here, say you can simply say services. Next, say you can simply give here address. Now services, we are giving here software development. And this will be, you can simply say address as Pune, Maharashtra, India. And API always must be unique. If you are not giving the unique API name, it will give us the conflict. Then here I am giving the API name as, you can say services. Next API I am giving here API name as address. Perfect. We done with the API creation part here, right? Yeah. And default API we are just printing here. Welcome to VDI Pune. Now simply come up with the main class main method. This is the main class main method itself available at the Spring Boot application. And that annotation itself contains 3 more annotations. Those are the important for us. You can simply say like @Spring Boot configuration, @enable auto configuration, @component scan. Then Spring Boot configuration, it will take care of internal configuration things. @enable auto configuration. If you are working with the security project, right, somehow auth JWT, it will take care of enable those auto configuration as well. And components connect means it will scan the best packages. Perfect. And now you can simply start the application, right click and go to run the Spring Boot application. It will go to start the project, and the project perspective, once it's up and running, then you can simply go ahead with the local host and use here 8080. Default API we are expecting welcome to VDI Pune. Then see one screen. We are just waiting to see the output there, right? And yes, see one screen. Our output also available there. Like welcome to VDI Pune. I will maximize the size of screen. You will be able to see the output available there. Next API we have available here API. API you can simply say address API, right? Simply type your address. You will be able to see the address as Pune, Maharashtra, India. Perfect. And again, instead of address, if you are passing here services, you will be able to see services as well, like software development services. I hope you are able to see in screen, right? Perfect. Then such a way we design and develop this basic application for Spring Boot. Now I will stop this application from here, okay? And we'll do the build and we'll run the jar file. How to build it? Just goes to Maven, do clean space install, and do the build. So it will start the build of our application. It will take some time. It will create the jar file. It will create the jar file name as vdi.jar file. Then you can simply check. It will create the .jar file. We'll come up with our folder, target folder. See, there is available video.jar file, and the current timestamp is matched with my current like system time, right? Then simply type here cmd and use java-jar video.jar. It means it will help us to start the jar file. See, it will go to start our jar file. See, application started successfully. Port number is 8080. And again, either you can go to the Chrome browser or otherwise Postman API to test the APIs, right? Here I will prefer to use Postman API. I'm just trying to test here the services API. Simply pass your services, and this is the get mapping, right? It will give us the services API here, software development. If you are passing your address, accordingly it will change the your response as well. If you are passing base API, it will give us welcome to VDI Pune. I hope you got the clarity here. Perfect. In such a way, we're done with the here basics of Spring Boot. Fine. Then I will stop the jar file as well. Now we'll come up with the next example. Next example, I will create very basic example. Like you can simply say, we'll create one HRM application. There we are going to add the employee as a Pojo class, and in controller class, we'll add the list of data, and we're trying to fetch on our API testing by using Postman, otherwise Swagger, otherwise Chrome browser. Fine? Yes. And the next session, we'll start with the our database configuration and everything by using Spring Boot application. And once it's done, then you can start work on projects. Perfect. For that perspective, I am creating here one more application. You can simply come up with the Spring Initializer. Just refresh it. This is the Maven project. The language is Java. The Spring Boot version 3.4.3. The project metadata means information about our project. I'm passing here com.vdi. The artifact, it means our application name. I'm giving here HRM example. Now refactor the base package here. Then packaging a jar Java version 17. Adding dependencies here like Devtool for live load. We'll use Lombok. It will help us to produce the boilerplate code. Actually, we don't require the getter setters manually there. Next, we are using here Spring Wave. Like it will help us to create the REST API, and itself available in built tomcat server. Next session, we are going to add number of dependencies. Like we required, you can simply say Swagger. We require dependency like database as a, if you are using Postgres, otherwise MySQL dependency also we require there, right? Yes. We require persistence layer as a data JPA, otherwise Hibernate dependency. But here we'll prefer to use data JPA actually. Fine. Yes. Then today's session, we just require the Devtool, Lombok, and Spring Wave. The Devtool, it will help us to live load the application. Lombok, it will help us to like reduce the boilerplate code. Spring Wave, it help us to create the REST API itself available in built Tomcat server. Now simply click on generate. See, within a minute, production ready, application will be available. I will copy this application and paste into our particular folder. The folder name as, you can simply say, here is our folder, right? Yeah. I will come back to one more step back here. Yeah. Yeah, here is it. Simply paste it. Now simply right click here and go ahead with the extract. See, application extracted successfully here, right? And once it extracted successfully, then we'll copy the path of our application and coming to our IntelliJ idea. Simply IntelliJ idea just goes to file, then go ahead with the new project from existing sources. Give the path of our application. Here is the path. There is available pom.xml file as well. Pom, it means project object module. Now simply click on create trust project with I want to open in same window. It will open in the existing project. It will goes to and the new project goes to open in same window itself. See, such a way like we imported the project successfully. Then first step will come with the Maven and do the build of our application. How? Simply use clean space install. See, here is available Maven build option. You can simply type here clean space install. It will take some time to build our project. 1 or 2 minutes it will take. And we are expecting our build goes to success. Now we are just waiting to see the success message on screen. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait at least for 2 minutes here. See, build is success. Build is success. It means we are ready to start our development of our application. Then simply come up with here. You can simply reload the project and we'll start with the development. Coming to src main java com.vdi new package. The package name I'm giving here model package. You can say next package I'm creating new package name as controller package. Now coming to model, I am giving the new Java class as here employee. Now coming to controller, we are creating new Java class as you can simply say employee controller. Now coming to employee, I am directly using here @data annotation. Okay. Next we are using $, annotation @nor annotation. Like previously, instead of data, we are generating the getter setters manually to string manually. Now @data is replaceable with getter setter to string. $constructor replaced with the parameter constructor. Nor constructor replaced with the default constructor. Now I'm adding here private. This will be integer emp have id. We are just going to add here int with semicolon. Private, this will be string. You can simply say employee have name. Now private, we are using here it will be double employee have salary. Then here we don't require any getter setter to string a constructor. Why? Because we are using here annotation based approach. Now we'll directly come with the employee controller, annotate with @rest controller, @request mapping. Then here I'm just passing this is you can say employees / as employees. Now we'll try to use here slf4j as well for logger perspective. Okay. Then here I'm using this is you can simply say we'll create the one list of data, right? That's why I'm using here list. It will be type of our employee. Perfect. Then here you can say this will be employee list equal to stream of we are going to use stream of this will be new employee. Yes, I'm passing 121 as ID. Name we need to give in double quotes, right? String type of value. Sora, the salary is 97,000.96. Ending with .to list. Perfect. Now comma separated. We are going to add at least 5 records here. Then we'll do the copy paste of this data. Okay, just do copy paste by comma separated, right? Yes, we have added the 5 data here. Actually, I'm just going to change some IDs. We'll change the name as well. I'm adding Ram. Then next it will be Lakshmi. Next we're adding here. This will be Apeksha. Last one is Yugaraj. See different name we have added, and we'll add the accordingly salary as well. Ram 99,000. Lakshmi I'm adding here 91,000. Apeksha I'm giving here 95,000. Yugaraj I'm giving here 96,000. Each one we have different salaries. Fine. Control A, Alt Control L. This is the shortcut key to format the code base as well. Then first API, we are just trying to write here get mapping, and this will be find all. You can simply say find all. It means we are trying to fetch the data. Public, this will be response entity. You can simply say we are following some practices here. This will be list of employee. You can simply consider. This will be find all. Right now, simply use return. This will be response. Okay, we are just passing here employee list. We'll test this data here. Okay, how to test? Simply come up with the main class main method. Right click there and start the application. And once we are going to start the application, it's showing you can enable the annotation processing, right? Yeah, but now it's giving me issue. The issue is they are saying if you are using Lombok here, then definitely this is the known issue. Like from IntelliJ team side, there is some defects actually in IntelliJ. Okay, it coming from JetBrains. If you are going to copy paste on Google, it will redirect to JetBrains software, and they are saying this is known issue actually. For that perspective, we have a workaround available. Such many things happens in software industry. Sometimes you need to handle the workarounds as well. Okay, see, I have expertise in Spring Boot. That's why I'm easily able to track why this workaround comes into here, right? For that perspective, simply open the form.xml file, and we need to replace this entire plugins with the hard-coded Lombok version. Fine. I will add it from my local application. For that perspective, I'm just checking here. Even we have available our full stack as well. Okay. There is GitHub account available. I will copy from there. This is the open source. Actually, I already added number of projects there, right? Yeah. Then I will copy from there if it's available there. Okay. I hope it will be available there. I will just check. I'm just checking here. Coming to form.xml file. Yeah, this one will copy. And coming to our IntelliJ idea, just paste it here. Once you are doing any single change in form.xml file, please go ahead and build the project. Goes to here and to clean space install. See, again, we need to wait to see our build success message there. Fine. Yes. Then see, we are just waiting to see the build success message on screen. And yes, our build is success. See, here is it. I just highlighted. Like our build is success. And once build is success, simply reload the project here actually. And again, you can simply start. There is available start icon, right? Topmost. Just click on that. Once you are going to click on that, then it will start our Spring Boot project without any issue. Now we are expecting it will go to start successfully, right? Yeah, we are just waiting to see the application goes to start on which port number. The port number is 8080. Then see on screen. But it giving which issue for us? Actual farmer list is different. They are saying, right? Okay, fine. We'll check it here. Employee ID, string, and this is integer, string, and double, right? Okay. We are expecting it should goes to work, but again it give us the issue, right? And the issue itself showing here the constructor employee in class com.vdi, right? We are using our constructor as well, correct? We'll do one thing. We'll reload it again and start the same application again there, okay? Because workaround we just handle here in form.xml, we just added the hard-coded version of our Lombok, correct? Yeah, this is the Lombok hard-coded version we have given, and yes, the application started successfully. Perfect. Without any change now, you are able to see the application started successfully here. Perfect. Then we'll come back to here, and we are just trying to fetch all data on screen. For that perspective, I am just changing the API. This is employees and find all. See, it will fetch the data in JSON key value pair, right? Last session also we handled the similar kind of activities. Now we'll come up with the Postman API. Simply replace with the APIs. So it will fetch the list of data on screen. Perfect. Yes. See on screen. Now it fetch list of data. Then here we'll do some changes in our API. Okay. For that perspective, I'm not going to stop the application. We'll do the live changes here. You can say this will be get mapping, and here I want to do one change like sort by name. For that perspective, we just change the name here. I will do the method as well, sort by name. We done with the method level changes. We'll use Java features like stream of, you can simply say sorted. This will be comparator.comparing, and this is sort by name by ascending order, right? Employee.get emp name. Ending with, you can simply use .to list. To list is a feature comes in Java 16 version since JTK 16, right? Yes. Now what we're expecting Devtool goes to live reload the application without restart the application. For that perspective, one change we need to do. The change it will come up with the Maven setting icon there. See here we have available Maven settings. You can simply come up with the Maven setting. There is available compiler here, and check here build the process automatically. Do apply and okay. Here I check okay. Where Maven setting, there is option available build the process automatically in compiler. Fine. And if it's not goes to work for you, build the process automatically, then again there is available advanced setting, and there you can simply check. Here is checkbox available compiler allow to make to start even if develop application is currently running. Then click on apply and okay. Now what we're expecting Devtool goes to live reload. See, it's reloading. Have you seen? See, here is reloading Spring Boot, correct? And again, you can simply come back to here and just type sort by name. Now what I'm expecting Apeksha record coming first. Is it correct? See one screen. If you want to descending order, right? Simply use which method? You can simply use the reverse method here. Simply type reverse function. See, here is it coming. Just save it, and again after 1 minute, it will go to live reload the application without restarting the Tomcat server. Like this is, you can simply say, very high level features added in Spring Boot. Those are the features is not available in Java other frameworks. Fine. Yes. See, live reload is done, and you can simply check here again. It will goes to give output as a Soraka data coming first now, and last two. Oh, Yoguraj is coming first there, right? Huh. Correct. This is correct actually, and the first one, sorry, last one coming here, Apeksha. Correct. Descending order we're expecting here, right? Perfect. Then now we come up with the next approach. Next approach you can simply consider here. We'll try to like use the Swagger UI as well. Now we are using here API testing tool as a postman, right? Then we'll come up with the Swagger UI. For Swagger UI perspective, we require the dependency. I will add this dependency from our GitHub itself. Just add the Swagger UI dependency here. In which file? Pom.xml file. Simply, for if you are going to add dependency now, that time you need to stop the application. Fine, because you are going to change where in pom.xml file. Then dependency will add under dependencies folder. See, here is dependencies folder. Dependencies tag available here, right? Yeah, this is, you can simply say dependencies tag available here. In that, we are just going to add a dependency. I just added which dependency here? Swagger UI dependency. I will add this dependency for you also. You can simply start the build, right? If you are doing any single change in pom.xml file, please always do the Maven clean space install. It means you need to build your application, okay? Again, we are waiting to see build success message and see one screen. Our build is success. The next step, simply reload the application. Once you reload it, then start the application on top menu, right? It will go to start your application here. The next step will come up with the Chrome to add the APIs directly, right? You can simply use localhost. Then we have available port number is 8080 /swagger UI.html. This one you can hit. I will add this also in our group chat. See, this Swagger also working as expected here. Then I am just trying find all. Just click on that, and there is option available try it now. Simply click on try it now and then click on execute. It will fetch all data from database. See on screen 5 records. If you are trying here sort by name, it will try sort by descending order, right? The Yogaraj come first, Swara, then Ram, the Lakshmi, and Apeksha. Now we'll do some changes. I will try to do sign in perspective, like we'll consider we have available record there actually, and we'll try to do sign in. If data is matching database, you can simply say true. If else, you can simply say false. For that perspective, I will create the one more API. But before going ahead with the API creation part, we require the email and password, right? That's why I'm adding here private string. This will be emp have email ID. Next private string emp have password. Now we have added here email and password as well. Additionally, we'll come back to here and we'll do some changes in our uh, whenever we are trying to add the data, right? Yeah. Now I'm adding here data. This will be, you can simply say sora@vdi.com, and the password I am passing this will be Sora. Sora as a password I am giving there. Fine. Next we have Ram record here. We are just going to add here. This will be the email ID ram@vdi.com, and the password we are giving here comma separated. This is Ram. Next we are going to add the record for Lakshmi. You can simply say Lakshmi@vdi.com, and corresponding we are adding here. This is, you can simply say password as well. Now coming to next for Apeksha, here we are adding email ID as apeksha@vdi.com, and the password also we are giving here. This will be Apeksha. Now the last one is, we'll come up with the Yoguraj here. Simply add here, this will be yoguraj@vdi.com, and the corresponding I am giving password as well. Perfect. Now there is no any single issues for us. Perfect. And here we are using Devtool. It will goes to live load. Now if you are going to test this application by using Swagger, right? Then see, here you can simply find all you are trying. Just click on execute. Now what we are expecting? We are expecting all record it coming here, right? Simply refresh it, because we have done with the some changes in the API, right? Simply refresh it. Once you are going to refresh, then click on execute. See, there is available email, password as well, correct? Live load happens. I haven't restarted the server. Okay, I haven't restarted the server. I just done the changes live, and we are able to test the API also live itself. Now, which API I want to write? I want to write the API. See, this pseudocode I am giving here will pass two parameters as login perspective, like email and password. If it match, then will return true, else it will be false. This is what we are expecting here. Fine. Yes. The next session will go to somehow advanced level. Now I am using on-fly data, but next session this data it will be coming from database. It means real-time validations happens there. Fine. Yes. This is the basic session. That's why I'm going to the very high level. Perfect. Then here you can simply write the API like get mapping, API name as login as sign in, whatever you want to give. We are passing emp have email ID, and one more we are passing here emp have password. Sorry. Yeah. Now this will be public. You can say response entity. It will be type of boolean. Then here you can simply say login. Otherwise you can say sign in. We are passing two input parameter. That's why I'm using here path variable. This will be type of string emp have email ID, and one more path variable. It means input parameter we are giving. We are passing string type of emp password. Then see one screen. Now use the curly brace actually here. Yes. Now what we are trying to perform here, I will do one boolean type of flag. By default value is false. Okay, we are using here for each. We have data available for employee, right? Yes. Then here you can say employee, and the employee list we have available. We'll iterate the record. We're adding the condition. Condition is very easy. Employee.get emp have email ID dot equals emp email ID. If it match, then one more we are handling here employee.get password dot equals emp password, right? If it match, then say flag as a true. Else you can else part we are not going to handle anyway, and we'll use the break because we are using loop here, right? Yes. Perfect. And then here we are using boolean type of return type here, right? See, here is it, line number 40. Then here you can simply use return. This will be response entity dot okay, and this is flag we are going to return. Flag only, right? But the flag I am not able to access here. Why? We should able to access, right? Yes. Then type here flag. Yeah, it's done. Perfect. Now what we are expecting, we'll come up with our API. Here is the Chrome browser we have, right? Simply refresh it. Once you are going to refresh, you can use swagger-ui.html first. See, now it's showing like it's loading actually there, right? Yes, and see, this is the magic. Like you are able to see the login API also ready for there, and just click on try it out. Okay, I'm passing incorrect credentials. What we're expecting false. Is it correct? Here is it false. But if you are passing the correct credentials in the sense whatever record we have available, I am passing here apeksha@vdi.com. See on screen. Apeksha@vdi.com. The password I am passing here apeksha. We are expecting true there. See here is true. Perfect. Yeah. Like we are able to create such a number of APIs as per our business requirement. In this today's session, we just handle here sign in API, but Monday session we'll go ahead with the advanced level API creation part like sign up, sign in, update, delete. Then we'll try like somehow partial updations as well, right? Such a number of API and we'll follow the industrial standards. Then Monday session will be some high level sessions, and after that immediately we are going to start work on our real-time projects here. Fine. Then I hope from today's session you got some basic idea about how like creating the REST APIs here, correct? Number of APIs you will be able to create. Then from next session we'll start with this such a number of API creation part at the rate post mapping we have available, at the rate put mapping also we have available, at the rate patch mapping also we have available, again at the rate delete mapping as well. Then naming itself, post it means save fresh data, put it means you can simply say update data, patch it means partial updation, delete it means delete the data as well. Then all post, put, patch, delete, everything will see in next session. If you want to like fetch all data, just click on that, try it out, execute, it will fetch all data actually. Because nowadays no one is using serverless JSP, they always using Spring Boot as a backend and React as a front end. But if sometimes what happen, there is two developer, one is from React, one is from Spring Boot, means backend side. React JS developer saying, yeah, my code is working as expected for a leader, right? But backend saying, no, my code is working. But where is the issue? For tracking such a tracing such issues, we have available API testing. If backend developer showing the data on API, right? It means Swagger UI Postman API. Then we'll consider, yeah, backend is working as expected. UI developer need to work on that. But if data is not coming from backend, then definitely backend developer need to work on that. It means this is just API testing tool.